first application is this. Now, if you don't take anything else, by the way, this whole talk is recorded. You can download it free, from my website, and you're going to have actually the written, I think, put up by Community of London. But look at this overhead. You see that green there? That's called the medial prefrontal cortex, and every brain has that. When you activated your noticer, your witness, your observer, you activated your medial prefrontal cortex, which is tied directly back to the amygdala. This is the gateway to the mammalian brain, that fight or flight brain, and even down into the reptilian brain. This is the gateway, the amygdala. And through the medial prefrontal cortex that you just activated, you can now regulate what's happening. Off to the left, the dorsal prefrontal cortex, that's the thinking, that's the working planning, that's the working memory. It's not even connected to the amygdala. What we want to do is train ourselves to activate that witness. Because when we activate that witness, those are the benefits that happen. And we can teach people how to access it. People with IQs that qualify them for developmental disabilities, which means less than 70, we can teach them, and we're teaching it. My students are teaching them the courses that I'm teaching. We can do so much more for the people we're supporting by just understanding the neurology, right? Well, I talked to you about the neuroscience of compassion. When you move that over into that left prefrontal cortex, when you did that exercise, that calming, that's where unconditional compassion came from, regardless of how you're feeling. You literally accelerated that part of the brain that is prone to want to be cooperative, want to be connected. And the more time we spend there, the more likelihood is that we're going to be able to enrich people's lives. And it's, once again, 20 minutes a day starts to bring you this stuff, after 20 hours. But remember this slide as long as you live, because that hopefully will be a slide to bring you. The second application, and train individuals supported to be calm in crisis. Only by remaining calm in crisis can we stop being a part of the problem. I've investigated hundreds of incident reports, behavioral instances, serious occurrences. I mean, that's a lot of what I do, right? I got to tell you, and this isn't a surprise, I know, high percentage, the majority for sure, supporters, I mean family as well as agency, have been a big part of the problem. Because like within nanoseconds, we start to get pulled into the fight or flight brain. I mean, that's the way we're wired. Unless we can interrupt that with this skill set, you're going to continue. When someone starts to throw a punch or someone starts to scream and yell, count on it. Your nervous system's going to react the way it's been programmed to do for hundreds of thousands of years. It's supposed to, but we can interrupt that, right? So if we bring fear and anxiety, that's what we're passing on. And so many of the people who we're supporting, they end up having trouble. There's this thing called entrainment. 1890-something, this clockmaker, I don't know, like a Swiss guy, discovered this. He was looking at his walls on his clock. He knew he started them all that morning, and they're all different. And by the afternoon, they're all swinging the same way. This is clocks, mechanical devices, and train each other. The biggest pendulum got the smaller ones all flowing the same way. So the entrainment conclusion is this. Beyond any doubt, biomedicine, social neurobiology research concludes that entrainment is happening all the time, no matter what. You don't have a choice. Entrainment's always happening. The only choice is, are you going to be on the positive side or the not so positive side? That's the only choice you have. You're being entrained every day, all the time. That's the way it is. How we think, feel, and behave significantly directs the impact of the individual whom we support, right? Calm begets calm, and fear begets fears and other anger and aggression. That's the way the energy system works. So much of the challenging behaviors we see, they start with anxiety in the person we're supported because of whatever we've been talking about. And anxiety will always, 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 did I say always yet, move into agitation, anger, and aggression unless the need is met. We either meet the needs of the body, brain, or being, or else we're going to get agitation, because that's the way the nervous system's designed, to dump cortisol into the system to change things, right? Because that's what we have to have. Mindfulness can pull us out of that thing. So the next app is this, awareness-based calming and de-escalation. Jack Kornfield, one of my teachers, beautiful guy. From a mindful center, we can respond instead of react. Unconscious reactions create problems. Mindful responses bring peace. Whatever happens can be met with wisdom and compassion then.